נקליט את זה. Say a few words, we're going to begin soon. שמת על סיילנס, יופי.
איך אומרים חרדות באנגלית?
Anxiety.
Anxiety, מה זה anxious?
Anxious גם. איך הבצל?
מעולה.
anxious, אולי אני חרד. I am anxious.
לא, זה מילה אחרת לחרדות.
לא אומרים anxious על חרדות. חרדות זה
גם
anxieties.
כן,
אין
אבל גם.
anxieties.
גם אומרים אבל, גם. אני מדברים איתי על חרדות, לא איתך.
אבל אומרים לך I'm anxious. לא I have anxious.
לא משנה, אומרים.
טוב, we will start soon. אני אעשה את זה שיתוף כרגע. Okay, good. I see you. I see you.
לא.
לא, כנראה הוא באחד המבטים, המקרר הקטן, המדפים. תגיד משהו, שיראו שאתה...
משהו.
In English.
משהו.
שמאלי הזה. ו?
בר כתב לנו ששומעים יופי, היי שבר.
איפה זה? בפייסבוק? טוב, תכף תתקשרי אליה ונתחיל.
חם, בוא ישבו פה. חלל שלה. הלי is here. היי הלי.
היי הלי. הלי וייס.
הלי וייס. Let's see. יופי.
יאללה.
רגע. רק רוצה לראות שזה באמת שותף פה. שיט. רגע. כן, אתה רוצה להתחיל?
כן.
טוב, אז בואו נקליט את זה ליתר ביטחון.
תתקשרי אליה.
נכון, תתקשר.
פשוט תני אני חייג לך עוד פעם.
תחייג אליה.
שימי את זה עדיף לא הבנת הרמקול, ליד מיכאלי, גם תשמע אותו, ואז פחות תשמעו אותה, היא זזה וזה.
קחי.
סדנה קודמת היא זזה.
עם מה?
שימי את השם. ליד הטישויים שם.
טוב.
כאילו רחוק מהרמקול.
שמעו אותה? רגע. Hey friend, we're going to start the lecture, so I'm putting you a microphone and you'll be quiet, okay? All right.
יאללה.
Okay.
Hi everybody. Since the new world, almost every 2 weeks I'm lecturing you in English, and I wish I had the time to lecture you every week, because the changing and the transformation and the energy, it's so fast. The speed of the light become the speed of the material with such a synchronous. Before 2 weeks, we spoke about that in the middle of October, in few days, we need to have double immune system. It's actually to agree to be alive, to agree the life will pass in through us, to agree to finish the self-destroyed inside of us, to go forward without to swim in shit, to teach ourselves to believe in lightness and to practice to joy and to trust our spirit here. Physical, it's never physical, and this week the physical world will change and the physical body will change, and every organ from this week will try, every organ in our body and every energy around us will try to upgrade the amount of the life that passing through the organ or through the body, that we call immune system. But that was 2 weeks ago that I spoke about what's coming this week. And since then, since this full moon in Libra and Aries, in Sukkot holiday in Jewish, there is a need and potential of big transformation to change the movement of the light that we made of. That's the biggest revolution that we ever create. From full moon till Hanukkah, there are 70 days. 70, it's the highest dimension that we made of. In Hebrew, from the light to the skin, it's 70. Digestive, it's 70 abilities. And 70, it's a very, very, very powerful energy. Even in the old world, they used to say 70 faces for the Bible. So since last full moon, the average of the energy in the last world was almost, in the old world was 8% to use from 70. And in the new world, since 10 months ago, the average potentially can be 19% to those people that really make the work, make the real spiritual work. That can be 19%. But 8 or 19, it's not 70. And from the first time, the movement of the energy of the black hole, of to be shy, of to be midget, of to feel nothing, to feel just high potential and nothing. And the movement of this density and inside of this black hole want to change for the first time in the history of human being with, and it goes together with the immune system, and it goes together with a new shape for the what we call COVID-19. Actually, it's not COVID-19, it's the continuation of the viruses that will be now for 10 years. Now when a soul want to live, she almost 90% she will not choose a cancer or something. She will choose some virus that will be the next 10 years to those souls that want to choose to live. So since last full moon, the energy, the need, the revolution is to change from this density black hole inside in 1908% to change the energy from a black hole to white spiral, from in to out, and to try to build 70 dimension of light. That's very connection to the immune system. That's very connection not to deal with others. That's built-in understanding that I'm not affected by others and I'm not affect others. And there is no outside reality. And I never love anyone. And no one really loves me. And I can remember myself. And it will be natural for me to be center of the realities, of the ingredients that I create. And I will less deal with the mirrors that I create. I will use them to meet me, to fix me, the wire that cut. And more, when we finish this process of the 70, we will see the fixing, the tikkunim, not as a curse, not as a bad luck, not as a bad thing. We'll see them as a big opportunity to go forward, because the built-in understanding that the spirit never brings something up to the surface, to the shell, to the friction, never bring up anything, just if she sees the potential to fix it. And when spirit brings it up, she doesn't see it as a curse, she doesn't test us. She sees, wow, there is the next energy to go forward, to fix. She sees it as an opportunity to create more light. And spirit care about one thing, to extract light and deal with that light. She's a dealer of light. She extract and she send. She extract and she send, and through extract and send, she's purified and create more light in herself. So it's a big revolution I'm talking about. because we never had this tendency, of course it's potentially, we never had this tendency that the movement of the energy will want and lead us from in to out, and not as a black hole, and shy, and shame, and midget, and not appreciate myself, and not being as a vessel. I born to choose to be a vessel. And I never did that. So it's a big, so it goes together with the immune system from next week. Don't get terrified or afraid if some organs will scream to your awareness, hello, I'm exist. Hello, I'm exist. I'm just trying to change the movement. I'm just trying to double the light that passing through me. I'm just trying to sign a different contract with my system. That's what organs will say to us from this week. This is why the immune system physically, energetically, spiritually has to be very strong. Just now, someone sent me some research and big article, and that a lot of hospitals get together, all the principals of hospitals, and they found out what I said long time ago, that vitamin D, of course if it's energetic, most of the vitamin D are shit. Vitamin D and C and some other that really energetic can heal from the corona, can help a lot with the symptoms, because a lot of people that I didn't heal them from the corona, or they got healed kind of like in the conventional way, they suffer a lot. Their head is foggy
After they
recover, after they healed, after they told them that they are negative for corona, they don't coming back to themselves at all. They feel weakness, they feel kidneys gone away, they feel head is like nothing, their muscles, the bone density, the immune system, a lot of stories. So yes, vitamin D, some people need it in the night, and and maybe some 400 or 600 IU in the morning, and 5,000 during the day, and C are really, it's not a coincidence that this week, and even the principle of this research, that it was a lot of hospitals all over the world said that they said, wow, if we knew it, we will save a lot of people from dying. No, they don't understand that, of course, because we choose to die. And to die for the person that chooses to die, it's wholeness, because he's adding himself to the main puzzle, to the main soul. So the big question is, how, if we have a potential to be a main soul, shall we take it or leave it? That's the big question. So from this week, we will feel some inner revolution that will begin from in. This is why even in Israel we've been in quarantine till next week, and we will finish it because it's a time now to go slowly, to go out, and it will be some screaming from the inner organ to come out and to change the main important energy inside the organs. That's not just immune system 80%. That's totally fountain of youth. That's totally different daytime, totally different thinking, and it's going to be, even there is no future to those people that will allow it, that will use the holidays in the right way. This is why I lecture to you every 2 weeks, that really they will allow it, they will be happy like never, 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 never before. So yes, the reason I lecture you now again, even I did it 2 weeks ago, it's the timing. It's the week. It's the important week that we coming in. It's the biggest process that it will begin in us, the people that has soul inside of them, and they are the leader of the new world, and it goes to all the levels and all the dimension and all the parking floor. And it's biggie. It's biggie, but we need to learn not to fear from the fear and not to fear from the inner screaming of the organ. You can always check with me, but one thing for sure, we cannot put the awareness that we don't want to get rid of the thing that's coming up. Then how we will go forward? How we will fix? If we want to get rid of the potential to go forward. Yes, sometimes it comes, in Hebrew there is always says koef, half pain, half fun. Sometimes it comes as a reminder, hey, now I'm important, I want to upgrade, I want to change the movement. It will teach us to be in now and not feeling as in anxieties, fear from the future. And even there is no future, we have 40 kind of futures. We're afraid from the future because it's a memory from the past. So all what I teach all my life, it's going to be very practical now. Not to fear from the fear, to allowing the light passing through me, to feel the soul, to trust the soul, to know that there is no outside reality, not to want to be loved by others, not to want to love others, not to want to hate others, not to want to blame others, not to blame myself, not to torture myself, not to beat myself. There are no mistakes. It's a mistake to think that there is a mistake. So we are in a really, really very, very, very powerful moment. And I want you, maybe today in the end we'll do some tuning that will help you to more allowing, to change the watermelon from the seed, because that's what we will feel now. Organs that says, wow, I wanna come to the celebration, I wanna come to the party. That's what the organs will say. And in the end of this process, 80% immune system. It means you can have an orgy with the COVID-19 and not get it. Okay, let's see if there is some questions. There are some questions.
Yes. Okay, my first question, Michael, is what's the difference, if there is any difference between fears and anxiety?
Fear, we need to be the teacher of the fear. We need to learn not to fear from the fear. Anxiety, it's more like a memory from the past that paralyzed us before, and when it's come up, usually it's paralyzed. This week in the course that I teach in Zoom, we did some work to vibrate, because there are no any more drawers for those anxieties, to vibrate the main memories, traumas from the past that still paralyze us and and we still fear that we will create them in the future. So fear is kind of like more than now. More I fear from the fear. I know that I'm afraid to be disappeared. I'm afraid from tiger. I'm afraid from not to feel successful. But an anxiety, it's more like big memory. I don't know from what it connected. I'm just feeling the paralyzing and the density and the accordion that get dense. That's what I feel. And very blind to the future, and very kind of like when I feel anxiety, it's really paralyzed all my system. Kenya.
Okay, so I have another question, which I wrote upside down, so I'm going to try to read it. Okay, so the spiral or the black hole, whatever there is, that belongs to the center, here, the
Solar plexus?
yeah, this spiral or black hole, is it the biggest one in our body?
Yeah.
Okay.
The solar plexus, it's like, this is why you call it solar plexus. It's like chala in Judaism. It's everything leads to either black hole or creativity or the sun. So all the energies, yeah. And it's a muscle, the diaphragm, it's a muscle that cut the body wide. The only muscle, so it's, yes, it's the place of an anxieties, but I'm talking about something much deeper. The movement of the energy, it's inside every organ, inside in all around my body, in my physical, in my skin, in my heart, in my liver, in my stomach, in my blood. And since last week, the potential and the need subconsciously, in the private subconsciously and the collective subconsciously, it's this movement for the first time in the history of human being, want to change, want to upgrade from 19 to 70 and from in to out naturally. It doesn't mean we will not create things to fix and to fear from them, and because one day we need to be the teacher of our fears. But the end of this process, nothing will paralyze us. No fear from outside, no fear from outside God that not exist, not fear from other people, not fear if they love me or not, and all that cosmic jokes. So this is very, very, very powerful what I'm saying now. And you better take me seriously, not me, take the needs inside of you seriously, that from the next week that you will feel the organs wanna like a dancer from this, wanna be this glory movement. We will not be afraid from the process. Of course, we can always use me to some help, but don't be afraid from the main important happiness, the best. I hate the word gift, but the best gift that we can ever create for ourselves.
Okay, I missed the question that Holly asked before. She asked, what are the different ideas of the different organs?
מה הרעיונות השונים של האיברים השונים?
In every organ, it's a part of all. It's like the private subconscious. It's like the collective subconscious. In every organ has its own movement, own energy that can pass on pumping. So the pumping will not to in, the pumping will be to out. So in every organs there is different energy, but I'm talking about the main thing. Of course it will not be in one day. I believe in 70 days. But it will begin this week. It already began, but it will begin from next week. We will feel it strongly in every organ, and also in the main energy in my system. It will be transformation, the biggest transformation ever, and that's what we need. That's healing, that's love, that's youth, that's to be to feel that I'm in my purpose. That's everything. Of course, we need to add our awareness to the universe laws and really to feel that I create, that the new world that began 10 months ago begin in me. Each one need to feel it. People that still want to go back to what was or to the old world will not allow in the new life.
So, I have a few questions. Okay. She asked Hali, when you say new, it is sometimes confusing because this white spiral was always here in potential.
Not in this dimension. Not in this movement. It was local sometimes. It's like I opened the diaphragm. Yeah, it opened. I'm talking about the main movement. I'm talking about the main revolution. I'm talking about the higher self inside of me, and now he's waking up and he's opened the arms and he want to send light, and he's not holding, because the higher self knows, and I need to learn that nothing is really mine. Nothing belongs to me. Even I don't have my own energy. Of course, I don't have my own money, my own kids, and all that stuff.
But you do have your own spirit.
No, I need to, with my own awareness, to serve the spirit that choose this physical body to go forward.
So it's not yours.
It's not yours.
But it's not yours. It's not like if the spirit now, I don't do the lessons, and she add herself to someone that already, that's when a person is choosing to die. And now in these 10 years, a lot of people will choose to die, and it's not bad or good. So it's mine? No, it's the spirit goes forward. Now my awareness is to serve this spirit that chose me, and that's my joy. That's my joy.
Michael, do you think in the next 10 years there will be a bigger pandemic, that more people will die, not like the COVID, that not as many people die?
COVID, it's just the beginning, and of course already I said in the lecture that the new corona, it's a banana that's standing, shape of banana that's standing, that sit in the digestive system, and kids is going to be the main spread it, whatever, the main actors, the main actors for this kind of where we are now, this kind of virus, that if I check with the spirit doesn't call it corona. It's not a COVID-19.
She doesn't call it the new mutation is a different one? Okay. Hali asked
It's
also
how you say banana in Indian. It's a standing banana.
a standing banana. It sounds Indian. Like
Yeah,
the
that's what I
Indians
said.
have it, yeah.
Not India, Indian.
Indian, yeah. Okay.
Native American.
Yes,
Yeah.
Native America. Okay, Hali also asked before, Um, okay, she asked, do the 70 layers of light in each organ follow the same order or structure for these layers?
I didn't understand, but from full moon in Sukkot till Hanukkah,
The 70 layers.
there are 70 days. The main, of course, the main reason is this, but we never could touch it in the old world and in the old need and we've been a midget and victim and outside God and all that and religious and all the things that kills you and kills your life. So, and fears from outside, that's the worst. For the first time, and I said that in a lot of Hebrew lecture this month, that we're going to use these holidays as it should. Not to curse, not to beat ourselves, not to torture ourselves, and all that stuff. And these 70 layers of every organ and also 70 layers of my main system. This system that called now Michael has 70 layers. And the need physically, spiritually, subconsciously, energetically, it's that these layers, of course, another 51 layers that we didn't use, that was sleepy, will wake up even from going in and want to try to create the shape of heart coming out. Even me, usually I'm good in words. I don't have any words to describe this big revolution. I feel it, I breathe to it, I get excited, I enjoy it, and when some organs screaming from inside my body, first I start to, I try not to be in panic, I accept and I allow. I try to allow it. And of course, that's what I do also to help other people to allowing, to help them to take this inner screaming, inner need. It's like to take out myself, my system, my organs from a big jail. So of course we don't know how to act soon when we will go out. But it's to go out from a jail, from an old need, from a this, from very like that. That's. And then the immune system, that when we go out now for the next 10 years, we will not be afraid to create viruses. We will trust our spirit. Of course, some people need really to take also physical vitamins. Of course, they need to be energetic. It's very important. But I suggest with a spiritual process, take every day, every night, the D. Some people even need it during the day. The C, the zinc, the echinacea, because soon, with all the research, and now they make it so famous, it will be very hard to find it.
הקינציה, חינציה. אוקיי.
Of course, we need those vitamins to know that we don't need them, but we are in the biggest revolution, and we need to pay attention to it this week, and the next week, and the next week, and the next week. We will feel it. The Spirit says that we will have to learn to hear the screaming of the inner organs and to pay attention to it and to allow it.
Okay. We have a question in Hebrew and I will translate.
Friend, if you have any question, you can ask. You don't have
You
to.
don't have to.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you asked the question.
No, I think she understood the anxiety.
Okay. Karnit Nativ, she said she's asking if we are aware of the fear and we want to deal with it and with the muakot, with the past איך אומרים מועקה? לא משנה, מועקות. Why does it still paralyze us and it's not easy to let it go, even though we have a will to be in positive energy and practical.
Positive.
And practical and to change the past patterns. Thank you.
Karnit, maybe you're hearing me in the first time, but there is no positive or negative, and in Hebrew, to change and to repeat, לשנות and לשנות, it's אותו דבר, it's the same. Soon we're going to realize that when we feel something, first of all, there are no new. But when we create to feel some tikkun, some fear, it's the biggest chance for us to go forward. Even we had it million times before. Because, and that's what I'm talking about build in. We will not use our mind. We will not want to get rid of the potential to go forward. That's what we want to do all the time. And we will not look for the solution. That's the worst spirit word. Solution. There is no solution. We need to be the teacher of the fear. This is why in Hebrew fear and pachad and dachaf and vayar, it's when we see and when we fear. Why what's fear this person? It makes the other person laugh. The other person, his fears. Why? Because each one creates his own fear to try to take his system forward. And we never fear, we fear from the fear. And when I'm talking about anxieties, it's more the memory of the fear, not the fear. It's the memory of the fear. You hear it, friend?
Yeah, I hear it.
It's the memory of the fear. It's not, that's an anxiety.
Okay.
And very, very soon, Karnit, we will learn very, very in the daytime, not in our penthouse in the spirit, in the practical world, that there is no positive or negative, that there is no good or bad, and to repeat, it's when you want to change something, you have to repeat it. And then to look at this repeating very different this time. To remember myself, to breathe in, not to want to get rid of it, and then you become the teacher of it.
Okay, Lisa Megavik is asking, when you say it's my job to serve my spirit, so she's asking, what is the mind? Is that mind the physical vessel? Is it the mind? It's my job, זה התפקיד שלי. מה זה אני? מה זה אני? She's serving the spirit.
In Hebrew, of course I always go to Hebrew because Hebrew it's not a language. It's a language that every spirit understands, that even if she born in Zambia. In Hebrew, mine and nothing are the same letters. The ego, the self, the mind is just a bridge that we create to go through it, to make a hole and go through it. this movement. Yes, to remember myself. Yes, to put myself in the first priority. Yes, to remember my spirit. Yes, to remember that there is no outside reality and I'm not affected by others and not affect others. And I never loved others and I never hate others. And I never suffered because others, never. Yes, but through me, that's my job. This is the ego. It's not to cancel yourself. It's also not to put here a note, I will be back soon, there is someone more important. No, it's to stay with all awareness, and as a vessel, use, in Hebrew to use come from the word sun. Use the right and the wise ingredients that you create and the right situation that you create in your eyes, and breathe through you and be the center of this energy and own it. And don't look for solution and don't look to understand that. Just breathe inside of you through your ego, through yourself, through your mind. Because nothing is mine. Nothing. I don't even have my own energy. So yes, the ego, we need that. It's a broken bridge that through the holes that we need to make inside the bridge, we straight the bridge, and then you totally remember yourself and put yourself in the first priority, but not from your ego. It's the only way to serve 24 hours a day and to remember yourself and to feel, because you're allowing the feedback. That's the biggest paradox, because you totally serve in your need, even in the action that you do it kindly, you're doing for others, but not because you add your awareness that you're doing that for you. You feel that all the world kind of like feedback you from what you're doing. That's, in Hebrew we call it fixing the loneliness feeling, because there is no really loneliness, the loneliness feeling.
Okay, Karnit Nativ says that she is new here, she's watching you, and it's through her dear friend Ifat Kushilevit, and she thanks her and she really enjoys your words, and thank you very much. Okay.
So don't thank me, Karnit, and I'm not saying it's a gimmick. Thank the part in you that create, because even I teach thousand people, I never teach anyone. If my things that coming through me talks to you, it means it's your time, the in and the out. And this week we're going to feel more than ever, the meeting of the in and the out. And that's the beginning of me as the system of light, because I'm made from light. Even the physical body, it's not physical body, it's 70 dimensions of light, 70 densities of light. That's the physical body. 70, 40,
26.
but 70 is the most.
So body that has.
If my wife will remember the knowledge like she's remember movies, wow.
Okay.
Because she can pass and hear just one word from a movie and she knows already everything about it. And she remember all the story in the movie.
Okay. Danny McGavick is asking.
Hi, Danny.
He's asking, do we choose to go forward through black holes in the same way we choose to go forward through problems and fears?
So I split the question to two sections. In the old world, the last 26,000 years minus 10 months or plus 10 months, we couldn't go forward without swimming the shit. No one. Just if you succeed to swim in the shit, you could maybe to succeed to be a teacher of how to make a shit cake. This is why in Hebrew, the first Bible in the first Bible, in Genesis, it's Bereshit. It means create shit. Bereshit, Barashit.
It's a joke.
It's a joke, and it's not. The last 10 months, and that's now we are in this big movement, we're going to learn how to fix, how to vibrate, how to be the teacher of our fields. Of course, it needs some help and work. And even I lecture to you, all the American and European people, every 2 weeks. It seems like an old newspaper. The last 10 months and now, in this all new world, that's one of the main things we're going to learn. It's to go forward, like if we're allowing this movement to change and immune system, it's totally go forward. To go forward without swim in the shit. Without believe that I need torture. Without, I call it torture. Without fear from lightness. Without feeling that I need to pay. Not to pay like with money. Like to pay with punishing myself to go forward. And that's a big feeling that was our last name in the last 26,000 years. This is why every time we create something kind of like a little happy, we totally start to be afraid to lose it. And we thought, here is something kind of like bad, even there is no bad or good, but that's what we felt till now. No, this built-in is going to change when the movement of energy now is changing. And of course it's potential. Some people need some help, yes. It means the fear of the lightness and the fear to be themselves still a little bit bigger than them. So yes, they need some help, so it's okay. I'm also getting help every day, getting treatment and acupuncture and treatments and reflexology and treatment that I do from the people around me. Yes, it's the best. And all those people that has a potential of being main soul and they still eat some animal products, they better think about it this week and stop it. Because the density of the animal didn't change yet. It will be totally in. Because the animal doesn't have an angel part. So you better think about it when you put it inside your body and disturb the main potential to be a main flower of the main transformation of the movement of light. Kenya.
Okay, I have a question that from Ilana Botansky. She asked, every time I create a thought that is connected to fear, she recognizes that it's connected to the old, but it's very powerful and strong. So She's asking how should she react? What she should do?
Very, very powerful question, and I have very wise answer. The spirit, our higher self that sit inside, never test us, never punish us, and the third one, never bring a memory or trauma or picture or whatever if the spirit doesn't see the potential first to change the situation.
The ability.
So Ilana, when you said something very powerful in that, it means your system and your awareness need to trust your spirit and to know that moment that if you didn't have a potential, you will never bring. It means never the fear is bigger than the person or than what he can vibrate. I always say that. For 40 years I didn't change this sentence. Maybe it's time to change it. I always says the spirit bring the bathing suit just when she sees the ocean first and she sees the ability to swim. So yes, till now it was hard when the biggest anxiety is coming. This is why everything now changing from the seed of the watermelon, from the movement of the need of energy. Till now, whatever people came to me and say to me or say to you, the first reaction was react with fear. First of all, fear. First of all, fear. That's going to change. And what's this fear? It's a memory.
What do you mean it's going to change?
Because the movement of the energy is changing, so we will not first of all fear. First of all paralyzing. First of all no. First of all, and then maybe slow. No, it's going to change generally.
So how are we going to know what to fix?
we never know what we're fixing.
Yeah, but how are we going to know what to put awareness?
We will learn not to disturb. That's the highest awareness that the person can put inside his system. Not to disturb. To breathe in, to trust, to know that it's me, to know that it's a chance to fix, but never know why and what I'm fixing and what it's connected to. Never, 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 never. And I know it's not American, because American are champion of fucking the mind.
What, the fear?
No, to try to analyze, to understand, to that's the worst for the spirit.
מיכל, my question
רגע.
יש הרבה.
רגע, שנייה, זה קשור.
אבל גם לי יש שאלה שקשורה. רגע. Michael, you brought an example that some people, their tendency is to react, whenever something is presented to them, to react in fear. First reaction is fear.
Yeah.
So this will change. So, okay, what about people?
Generally. It's not in one day that I will do like that.
Because
I believe when the movement of the energy is changing, so we will more naturally see fixing, realities, mirrors, opportunity as something to get bigger and to go forward instead paralyze and die for it. That's generally.
Okay. So what do you say about people when something is presented to them, their first reaction is not fear, their first reaction is being upset or saying no to new ideas or saying no and being upset and angry about new ideas. The first reaction.
Like me.
Yeah, like you. What do you say about those people?
Okay, now 2 minutes I'm going to talk about me.
Yes.
That sometimes, because I'm a leader of some subconscious since I'm 3 years old, sometimes a lot of mind idea coming. Michael, let's do this. Michael, if you do this, you will be famous. Michael, if you do this, it will be like that. And because I'm practicing, I'm not champion in it yet. I'm practicing not to disturb my spirit, not to disturb the knowledge, to trust my spirit. Sometimes I say no to a lot of mind idea. So this is 2 minutes about me.
Michael, but it's not only connected to like spiritual or mind. Generally, many things that sometimes even you do those things afterwards, but first you say no and you get angry when somebody else gives you an idea or suggestion or tells you what to do. You don't like it, so you don't fear from it, but you
I'm still practicing.
Reject it.
I'm still practicing.
Especially when it comes from me.
This is why we got married, because if I had a binocular, you are the opposite person in the world that need to be near me, and you are my soulmate purpose. So it's not about you or whatever. It's always about me near it. We never react to others. We react to what we feel inside. Maybe sometimes I let the memory, and sometimes I really feel, and it's not pride what I'm going to say now. I never met a person, especially as a man, that we are all fucked up. That the synchronized whatever between material and spirit are so synchronized like me, like what I allow in passing through me.
So how is it connected?
It connected, it means if I didn't have the potential to feel the inside, it will never be synchronized between material and spirit and sense the time and when and everything.
No, but how is it connected to
The subject of the fear.
Yeah, how is it connected to the fact that you first say no, and then afterwards you said yes, but your first reaction is no and being angry. Afterwards you can say yes.
I also, maybe I'm like a girl. I'm also love to hang up a laundry. And sometimes yes, and sometimes the no is no.
No, it changes afterwards.
No,
the
not
first reaction is no.
Everything change.
No.
So yes, sometimes no. Like I said, I'm still practicing.
Assedo, you want to ask a question that
Yeah.
related?
Yeah. What I wanted to ask is, you said something about the change of the fears, and I was asking how we're gonna know what we need to fix, because usually fears are the dachaf, and that they show us what we need to fix. That's what you always said. So if
We
you're
need
not,
to fix one thing: the trust of the spirit. We don't need to know what is connected.
I'm not talking about knowing in the mind. I'm talking about the fact that you always said fears and dachaf is the same word, and they show us what we need to fix.
Yeah, they show us what we need to fix, but without understanding, you just need to know that it's yours, and not to disturb, and breathe in,
But you
and
said
trust.
there are not going to be any fears, or they're going to change.
No.
the way they're
I
gonna show
never
up.
said that it not. I said it will be fears, but it will not be these paralyzing fears that kills us and density us and twisted us from our life. A lot of our choices, if the main fear, this is why in Hebrew and anxieties we call to people that really religious, the same word, Haredim. It twisted you from everything. You blind to everything. You just feel you're paralyzing. כן.
אוקיי, ככה. Hali is asking, why do you describe the old system in negative terms if you also say we need to use everything to go forward and that there is no good or bad.
I never said it's the negative. I said in the word Hebrew, it's 10 dimension of the past. I said also that whatever was whatever was in the old world, it was our need. And it's not, I never said negative, never. It's our need, and I'm happy that this need is changing now, and it's really changing in such a dimension. I teach course now in Zoom that every week I receive very, very, very revolution knowledge, and I used to receive knowledge from 3 years old, totally about the practical system, about amazing, unbelievable. Because we are in the biggest, and we don't need to see the news that we feel inside. We create quarantine. We cannot touch. We cannot hug. We cannot go to a party. No weddings. No celebration. No sports. Quarantine. Each person check if the work that he's working, it's the right work, because in Hebrew 2 words from working, either one it's slavery, avodah me'eved, or one it's angelic, melacha mimalach. And everything changed, the cells, the mutation, the cancer, the choosing of the soul. Even when the soul want to leave, she choose now different sicknesses.
Okay, we have a question from Yaakov.
Hi Yaakov.
He thanks you for the great lecture, and he asks if you could please elaborate.
מה זה elaborate?
להרחיב, לפרט. The difference in dealing with anxiety and fears. He says that this week I started feeling that it's time for many anxieties to depart. Lazo.
Yeah, you're right. I'm working on you. I worked on you today and tomorrow, and that's my job sometimes. It's to help the system, because even our anxieties, even they paralyze us and they twisted us from to see who we are, and they twisted us to use the mirrors that we create and be able to meet ourselves near these mirrors. Even we still think that we own them and they are ours. And we hold them. And we stubborn about them. And through them we translate the fear to go forward and everything. So yes, this week I hope we will allow in a lot of people, that's the need, that the fear will stay fear, like I said in this lecture. The fear, okay, fear. I don't want to get rid of you. Come be near me like a dog. I'm bigger than you. Walk with me like I'm walking a dog. It's not to insult to a dog, it's just image. But you're not bigger than me and I'm not paralyzing through you. But the main anxiety is paralyzed, that used to take my breath, that used to make my head foggy, that I forget myself, and the accordion's closed, and the system got shocked, and all that. Those going to disappear because they don't belong to the new movement. Those want to leave. And yes, this week or 2 weeks we felt those.
Okay, you spoke about the Zoom before, and Hali is again raising her suggestion and request to move the lectures to the Zoom so they can ask their questions. But
I don't understand what
she wants to do the lectures in Zoom and on Facebook. But for many people, our people, Zoom is a bit complicated and it's easier for them to hear the lectures on Facebook. And actually, there might be a way that people can ask their questions, but you could talk about it, even though we're doing it in Facebook, but you talk about it separately with Michael, okay? So now we have a question from Frida Javier. She understands that through time the fears will be bigger in order for us to practice on them and more and learn to be their teachers. Is that true?
No,
Did she? No, she didn't. She asked if she understood you right, and if she didn't understood, she understood the fears
Frida,
will go
ask in
bigger and
Kurdic,
bigger.
Kurdic.
היא חושבת שהפחדים יגדלו כדי שאנחנו נהיה המורים שלהם. אז לא, הם לא יגדלו, אנחנו המורים שלהם וכבר לא נפחד.
פרידה, בכורדית.
אוקיי, answer in כורדית. בבקשה.
חתרה, טינה ברשי.
תגידו אותי.
כן.
אוקיי. אז לא, תסביר לה מה כן. אני חושבת שהפחדים הולכים וגדלים.
לא, פרידה.
תסביר לה.
Fear has one job. We create fear has one job. That he will not bigger than us, that we will be the bigger and he will be the midget. That's the reason of all the fears that we create. And why? Through this we practice to be who we are. Through the fears, this is why in Hebrew fear, it's impulse forward. Through the fear we're going forward. This week, some woman told me that, Michael, and she told me that few times, I don't have fears. I don't have fears. I almost fainted from laughing.
Okay. So, רגע. You know, Iris is Iris born is writing something that I don't understand. Staying connected and stable, present, awake. I don't understand that she's saying she's sharing her status or what. It's not a question. Okay. So, Bar Cohen is asking. So if a soul chooses to leave and to add herself to another soul, to another main soul, there won't be any more gilgulim. How do you say gilgulim?
Lifetimes.
Lifetimes for the soul?
All the death and to conceiving change totally. In Hebrew, wholeness, shlemut, it's shel mavet. All the change, and I'm not going now to this because it's so complicated, and I wrote about in my book about it. But now, soul before she dies, not soul. Soul never dies. The physical body, when he's dying, 2 days before the soul leaves the body. 2 days before he's dying from accident or soldier or whatever, or coronavirus or whatever, because slowly we're going to be less people, because it's not bad or good, it's a main soul, it's a question of main soul. Also in the animals, it's a question of a main soul. Till Noach with the ark, we've been a main soul, but even then the main soul was very low. This time the main soul is really hu-ha-ha. So that's all my knowledge and all the density, and this is why I made soul. And the first thing I said, don't eat meat and chicken, because it's a question of density. That all your other puzzles will come to you. In the before 1 or 2 months, I don't remember.
1 or 2 months ago.
We received in the highest day of the year, we received people received a big spark of their main soul that adds 40% to their system, and it's still coming down from, I call it in Hebrew, from ananim la'inyanim, from clouds to business, to the practical world. It's still coming because it's so big. So lifetimes, it's here now.
Okay, so by the way, Heidi said she has to leave in 10 minutes, so she apologized.
She's gonna reach
If we do tuning, okay, but Frida Haber asked a question before about another topic, but about the now. She's asking, how can we do inner work with soulmates in the quarantine when we don't meet people?
We don't do work with others, Frida. How many times I will say that? You do work with yourself near others. You don't need anyone to do the right spirit work. And this is why we create the quarantine. And you think the government decide for you the quarantine. No, you create the quarantine to develop one thing, one inner world, inner world. And because we develop in the last 10 months inner world, because some quarantine, now we can have the chance for the biggest work with the inner world, to allowing the transformation of the movement of energy. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, quarantine, and thank the spirit in me that I create the quarantine and create to be here and whatever. Yeah.
And also quarantine in Israel, everybody's outside.
Not everybody,
Not everybody, but it's not that the streets are empty. Okay. That's all. You want to ask a question?
Yes. I wanted to ask about the physical changing. You said I have two questions. One of the first question is, you said we don't own anything, and you also said the body is 70 dimension of spirit. The physical body, the flesh, is physical flesh is 70 dimension of spirit. Okay, but don't say but. What do I want to say? I want to ask you. For example, I think you do have your body, because this body is disappearing when you move into the next lifetime. The body disappear, okay, die. But in this lifetime,
the body is
it's
70
made of,
dimension of density of light.
Nahon, but still, this hand is your hand. This nose is your nose. It's not the nose that's going through you. It's part of your physical body that exists.
All the physical come
Made
to
of
serve
70.
one awareness, that everything what I create has to pass through me. What passing through me, I stop to serve it. What passing through me, I become the teacher of it. What passing through me, I become less density, but I will still be 70 dimension of density. And whatever I create, food, energy, sex, money, nothing is mine. Everything has to come through me. And all this physical body come to teach us that this 70 dimension of light, it's a vessel that need to let the light pass in through. That's it.
Okay, so what about let's say the chair that we used to sit on in twice a year in the highest day of the year, when you said the spirit have sit in their own chair.
Okay.
It's only yours. Your tfisa, it's yours. Nobody else. It's you're unique. This is your.
Yeah, but again, nothing is mine. Not even the concept, because the concept also changing frequently. So
every lifetime
it's not every lifetime. Every day, every minute. It's so every time. Yes, twice a year, my soul goes to her natural place. What's that? The natural place, the place that she She choosing the best condition, the best mirror to try to meet herself and go forward. But nothing is mine. That's the awareness that we need to learn. But again, like I said about the broken bridge, that's the self, the ani ve'en. The broken bridge that need to pass, that we need to pass through it and fix it. Because everything what I create, this way the spirit, she's extract, she's a dealer. The soul, she's a dealer of light. She extract and she send. She extract and she send to the physical. And she's nourishing the 70 dimension of light. What she extract? Light for metabolism, for material that change to other material. What she send? What she's nourished? Light. So she's getting light, passing through her, sending light. That's a soul. That's the job of the soul, and that's the purified of the soul, and that's the growth of the soul, and that's the purpose of the soul. And if I allow in it and not disturb it, I will be the best body, especially now, fountain of youth, enjoy myself, functioning the best, allowing everything, enjoy the daytime, and enjoy the material. When we finish this process, we're going to enjoy much more the money that's passing through us, the house that we live, the everything.
I have another question here from Karnit Nativ. She asked if a soul experienced trauma in Gilgul Kodem, previous life, is it possible to make a tikkun here in the present? For example, if somebody lost a child in previous life or something, or in the past, and now in the present there is a fear to bring children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In every minute.
please.
In every minute now, we have a chance to be in present, especially now. What's so new about the last 10 months? That we can never plan. We planned 1 week to be in Greece. Until the last moment, we didn't know if we're going or not. We can never plan now. Every minute, there are a lot of changing. What's the lesson about it? That we have to be in now. Now it's the only thing that exists. Yes, we all carry big anxieties from the past, and those need to be disappear. It will be some fears, but they will not be so paralyzed. We will be able to change and to meet and to fix and to meet ourselves and to use the mirrors and the memories that we create. So the now can change everything. And every time you blink, you change entity inside of you. And the now has a power to change the past, and then you're not afraid from the future. This was in Hebrew charada. It's a fear from the future. This is why Haredim קוראים להם Haredim, because they're afraid of the next world. They're afraid of God will punish them.
It's the ultra-Orthodox people, Haredi. Somebody doesn't know. Michael, one last question from Frida Chaver. She asked if כאבים, pain in מקלט השמש, תגיד,
solar plexus.
Does it show that now there is an inner process that heals the area?
We need to check.
It could be
Call
also a
and
big
check.
That's what I said. The system, the inner organs will scream from this week to go out from the jail. Finally to create glory movement. Of course, not all the organs in once, and each person will feel different organs, the screaming from inside. Okay, that's the last question.
Okay,
No.
please.
I have another question.
Okay, the last one.
Okay. You said that starting next week we have the potential to upgrade the physical body is changing.
It begins last week.
It began.
It began last week, and we'll start to feel it physically from next week.
Physically, okay. So
Physically, spiritually, everything.
okay, so could it be? Is there any chance that we're going to feel it by creating something big, like outside, I don't know what, but some kind of a big, I'm not gonna
I
say
don't know
trauma.
what's big. Big in Elat, it's a mall center. I don't know what's
Been
big.
everywhere,
So
yeah, but
I don't know what's big.
because you said every time that somebody need to change something, it creates some
People that
trauma.
has potential to change, their organs will scream. If we hear the screaming, it's not big. We are the big. If we will ignore the screaming inside, we need to create something more deep or more screaming to try to wake up.
No, what I meant is, could it be that we're going to create, we all as a collective?
No,
going
there is
to
no
create-
collective. There is no collective anymore. No.
Okay, so could it be that we're going to create some big something? I don't know what,
Said
like
the
outside.
screaming
Big
inside.
cake, big pie. What's
Big-
that big?
Michael,
Big
everybody,
war, I don't know.
everybody that has the potential, their organs will start screaming. It means that next week everybody will ache. We will all suffer.
Yes.
Yes.
We used to hear knowledge and react with fears. And the biggest news that I'm talking about potential, I'm talking about trying. In Hebrew, trying come from the word miracle, that the system try to allowing the next need. Nothing is suddenly. We 10 months practicing for it. We 26,000 before it also practicing for it, but in a different way. So now all what we need to add some trust.
Yeah, but does it have to come with that our organs screaming, or can it come without the organs screaming?
Yes, our fantasy, some UFOs will
No, you
come
said that
and serve us with some baklava and whatever.
No, you said we could fix now without
Who said
swimming in shit. So if my organs are screaming, this is shit.
I just meet the part in me that choose you.
Michael.
First of all, I said, but you don't hear me, imagine I'm a movie. That not all the organs will scream. There is no such a thing. Everything in life, it's a process. And I said, everything will be in 70 days
70 days.
to try to create immune system. You want to try to create your immune system, the new one?
Yeah,
You want to try not to fear from the fear
yeah,
and to enjoy your life?
yes.
Good. So, if some organs, and remember that it's not shit, why? Because all this lecture I was lecturing that if the system brings something,
You're not gonna paralyze from fears.
no. If the system brings something, she sees the potential first. She never testing you. Don't write when I'm talking to you. Because then I will suffer all the next week from you. So now listen to me. when the spirit brings something, she never testing you, she never punish you, she just sees the potential. You want to use the potential? Trust your spirit. That's it. Screaming is not bad. Screaming, maybe just if some organs will scream, we will hear it.
That's what I was
A lot of people, if they could hear the pre-cancer, they will not create cancer. If they will create the right awareness, they will not create big sicknesses. So I don't see that as a shit, I see that as a big opportunity to develop my relationship between my awareness to my spirit and my trust to my spirit. And to allow it.
Okay. Let's
Now you less fear from the fear?
yes.
From the screaming?
Yes.
Ah!
Karanit says thank you, it's very fascinating, and she's waiting for more broadcasts in Hebrew. So Karanit, every Tuesday there's a Hebrew broadcast.
You can go 5 years later.
Yeah, you can ask questions and also listen to some previous lectures, so then you will learn more.
Okay. No question?
No questions.
We're going now to no pee-pee.
No. No.
Let your bladder scream.
Yeah. So we are doing a tuning now?
We're doing a tune in
with
few minutes.
No break.
No break.
No break, we're just continuing.
No, we will just
I
stop.
will just
and
stop the recording.
that people can use this also, can use this tuning that I will do now to more allowing the process from now till Hanukkah. I said no pee-pee.
But בסדר, היא עושה, היא תבוא. Okay, so I will send the separate recording with the tuning to whoever is on our English list. And if you're listening to us and you're not on our mailing list, so write in the comments your email and I will add it due to the English mailing list. You want to start? You want to wait a minute?
Wait, have 2 seconds.
Okay, let's wait 2 seconds. Don't pee, but you can breathe or drink. Tony said thank you.
Me? Me, Emma, thank you.
Oh, Amy. Amy's here.
Amy.
Grateful for the lecture and the tuning to come. Yeah. We all are grateful. We waited for you.
Yalla.
Okay.
Take some deep breathing from your mouth. Inhale outside, exhale. Ooh. And repeat after me with your name. I am Michael. Trusting my spirit for the light that passing through my eyes, from in to out. Trusting my spirit in my back of my head, in the back of my head. Trusting my spirit in my tailbone. Trusting my spirit between my knees. and trusting my spirit in the heart chakra, in the end of the chest bone. I agree to learn to choose life and to allowing the transformation of the movement of the energy and the light. Because I'm a light, I'm made from light, I create light, and I want to produce light, and I want to purify the light that passing through me. And I put white light in my foundation. Where is the hair, vagina, or the hair, or the sex organ? White light. My middle chin leads me to my chair in the subconscious collective. And I agree to lead the spirit process, the spirit world, the spirit that translates through the material world. I put flexibility around my ankles. I'm allowing my inner pillows in my hands, both hands, to be more chubby, fat. And I agree to fix the loneliness in my voice. I put universal truth in my right part of my brain. And I put universal truth to practice the universal laws in my hands, left and right. And I agree that my higher self, the collection and the saving of all the souls, will pass through my digestive system. And everything what I create need to pass through the digestive system. And I agree to allow him to feel that my spirit, she's a dealer. She do metabolism in the spirit dimensions. She extract light for material that change to other material. And she send different light after it passed through her to different organs in my body. So I'm allowing a new movement of light to come to my arms and my hands and my fingers. And breathe. Breathe. Oh. Oh. And I'm grounding my intelligent emotion, the lower belly, left to the left, right to the right. I'm grounded in it. Grounded, yes. And I send a gold beam from my tailbone inside the earth to feel a spirit stability. And flexibility in the material. And practical through my eyes. And I'm going to learn to use this potential that I create. It begins in me. And spirit, my spirit, I trust you. And now let your spirit tank in your awareness. Spirit, I agree to learn not to ignore you anymore. To remember me and my spirit and the process in every friction, every tikkun that I create. I'm really thanking with all my honesty inside of me to all the organs now that cooperate in this celebration and this tikkun. So, that's it. Try to listen to this every day. It will help you to allowing all this transformation. And then the screaming will be whispering of the inner organ. Every inner organ will send a secretary to the spirit, his secretary. Bye, friend.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, my love.
Bye everyone. אני סוגרת. So I'm gonna send you the recording. Bye.